What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Minion Simulator, where today we're checking out the current top #1 pet in the game, the Dark Matter Infernal Dragon. Now, before I do that, I have to go ahead and go to the desert, because in the desert we take our golden ones and then we convert it to an RB, which is a rainbow. And now the golden ones, I have been buying this since the start of this update. Up till this point, I've spent maybe around 100, I would say 120 million on this. If someone sells this maybe as a rainbow on Discord or anywhere in game, they're probably going to ask for something ridiculous, like 170 million. And you have to bear in mind that there's another update that's coming out. Wow, look at that, 218 billion, and it's a rainbow. Wow. Now, of course, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the Dark Matter machine, and I'm not going to wait for 5 days. I'm going to immediately use the Roblox option and get this as a Dark Matter, because I want to check it out. I want to take this beautiful Infernal Dragon, which looks ridiculously good as it is, as a rainbow, and I want to make it into a Dark Matter and compare it to the previous #1 pet, which is the Dark Matter Samurai Freak. It looks so beastly, that Samurai Freak. If you haven't seen it before, we'll show that later on. But look at this. We're gonna use the Robux option, because why wait 5 days when you can do it now? And look at our points. We've got 48,100, that's on the top right. And after claiming this, I'm very interested to see the jump, to see how much points we can get. Wow, okay, that's 4,000. But see, this one has 641 billion damage. I've seen a few of them that have like 658, 656, around that point, but most importantly to me is having a pet with a very high damage, because what it's gonna do is it's like the power source that's gonna fuel all these huges and give them the power that they need, because the huges, they only are as strong as your best pet in your inventory. So now with the Dark Matter Infernal Dragon, those huges are going to be even more powerful than they were before. Now what I want to do is I want to compare the Dark Matter Samurai versus this brand new Dark Matter Infernal Dragon, while also comparing both of their progress from those two pets to the brand new mythic, which is the Dark Matter Aquatic Dragon. Now, before I continue, guys, what I was trying to do first of all is to use this pickaxe, because I don't want to use the one that has Robux on it. I want you guys to see how powerful these pets are using something that you can afford in the game. So what I decided to do is to invest in this pickaxe, which is called the Outlander pickaxe. 2.25 billion, it costs 115 billion gems. That is a lot. But I'll be real with you guys, I don't have the stomach or the guts to spend 1 trillion gems. I didn't even have 1 trillion, I have 8 billion gems right now. But I don't have 1 trillion gems to spend on a pickaxe, and I don't see any reason to, because I already have the gem pickaxe and I've got the guitar one, and between those two sometimes I just don't even see a difference. So what I'm gonna do here is spend on this Outlander pickaxe, and by the time I'm done with all of this, I will of course calculate exactly how much I spent to get this to be maxed out, so you guys can know. Because I've got this feeling that tells me that this is the best option to go for. 6.95 billion damage. That is, guys, that's 7.15 million. That's a pretty decent amount. I think I spent around that much for the gem pickaxe as well. So moving on, this is what we're gonna do, guys. The first part of the experiment is to take this Dark Matter Aquatic Dragon, and I'm gonna test it by using this. As you can see, the inventory does not have the Dark Matter Samurai, it does not have the Infernal Dragon. This right here is currently the strongest pet in my inventory, which means that the huges I have are only gonna be as powerful as that 298 billion Dark Matter Aquatic Dragon. Now guys, before we start this, here's what's gonna happen. I'm only gonna judge this whole experiment based on 6 clicks. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna test this theory out now with the Aquatic Dragon in my inventory. That's the first click, 18.8 million, and I'm going to count 6 clicks. I'm gonna put them all together, find the average of the numbers between those 6 clicks, and that's what I'm gonna use as, like, let's say my score. Towards the end, it's gonna make much more sense than it is now. And of course, I'm not gonna sit here all day, have you guys wait until this is over with. Let's say we fast forward all of this as I'm just like smacking the heck out of that chest. And let's see till what end this is. That looks really funny. So guys, now that it's over with, 1.33 billion, that's the overall score there. 16.8 million on average per 6 clicks. Now that was with the aquatic dragon. What I did now was I have the Dark Matter Samurai in my inventory, which means now my huges are as powerful as that Dark Matter Samurai. Now notice that has Alpha 2 on it. It's no longer the one that you saw before. Now does it matter whether this has Alpha 2 or the one that has the gold enchant? To be honest with you guys, because I'm equipping all huges in front of me, no, it doesn't make a difference. But these huges are behaving, look at the clicks. Look at the one before that, the 298, the aquatic dragon versus this. That's a gigantic jump. But when I have all these huges equipped, that Dark Matter Samurai, that enchant doesn't make a difference. At least not when you have 20 equipped huges out there. It just takes the power. That's all it borrows from your best pet in your inventory is the power, not the enchants that pet has. And now that we're done with the 6 clicks, just looking at this, that's 41.6 million on average. That's a 155% increase between the Dark Matter Aquatic to this. Now, just to make things even more interesting, I'm gonna show you guys why the Outlander pickaxe is such an amazing pickaxe to have if you don't want to spend 2600 Robux on the humongous gem pickaxe, which is the last one that has 11.5 power. Now what I'm doing here is I'm taking the creepy that has the fire gems on it because that would be cheating. It has to be the same exact huges that I'm using. I took note of that, I put everything down, and that's what I'm doing here just to make sure that nothing is any different. I have my boosts running as always, and by the way, notice that I don't have any accounts on here, no friends boost whatsoever. So all these numbers, maybe your numbers could be higher, but what I'm doing is showing you what these can actually give with no friend boosts, because that's the best way to look at this. To me personally, it's so important to know whether the ones that are pretty much free, like if you have fire gems, you're not gonna spend 1 trillion. I'm not sure about you guys, I wouldn't spend 1 trillion on a pickaxe. But 115 billion, that's a bit more reasonable. But I want to find out, okay, obviously I have to click on that by mistake. I want to find out the difference between that pickaxe and this. Now what I notice after 6 clicks here, 43.6 million average. That's only 2 million difference between the Outlander pickaxe and this one, the most expensive pickaxe in the game. And the overall numbers that it gives, 1.3, is just the same. And now, for the final test, we've seen the Dark Matter Samurai and it's time to see the Dark Matter Infernal Dragon and finally compare exactly how much more powerful is it compared to the Dark Matter Samurai. I want to find that out. But another thing I want to find out is whether the Outlander pickaxe is really just almost as good as the gem pickaxe. So I'm gonna do this twice using the same minions in front of me. I'm gonna do it twice and we're gonna get to the bottom of this, because if you have a choice to either spend 2,600 Robux on a pickaxe or buy this for 115 billion gems, you might as well buy it for gems. So we're gonna find that out right now, and I'm really just curious to see the difference between a Dark Matter Samurai and this. I would love to know that difference, because 518 billion for the Dark Matter Samurai, plus this is 641 billion, that's a huge jump. I mean, in terms of this game that's all based on power, that is a massive jump right there. And looking at the clicks that I see in front of me, they kind of look similar. I mean, the Dark Matter Samurai finished with 41.6 million. So let's see how this fares versus that. Guys, that's 41.8 million on average. That's only 0.2 difference between this and the Dark Matter Samurai. What's going on? But look at this, the overall score is 3 billion in the end. It's not 1.3. 1.3 is what the Aquatic Dragon gave us, and 1.3 again for the Dark Matter Samurai, but this gave us 3 billion in the end. And look at this, again, this is the second time. Almost 3 billion, right? And I've seen people who finish with like 5 billion towards the end, but that's because they have a lot of friends in their server. Now I have one account in the server and look at that. 3.2 billion is what I got with just one account there. Now, we've seen the Outlander pickaxe do so many things. Looking at this, fully upgraded. 6.95 billion is the max power. Now it is time to compare that to the gem pickaxe using the dark matter Infernal Dragon in order for us to know just the difference between the two. Because if you had a choice and you don't have any of these pickaxes and you have the means to get the gem pickaxe, but you want to know exactly how powerful it is versus the one that's basically free. It's basically free. You just have to work to get those fire gems, and they come easy if you have the pets that are able to or you're able to grind, let's say, every day. So here's the gem pickaxe. I'm gonna count the clicks, I'm gonna look at the average, and I'm gonna compare notes. I want to see this between this and the Outlander, which one is better. And looking at just the beginning, that doesn't look good. It does not look good. The boosts are running, we even have the luck boosts on, but this pickaxe doesn't seem to behave the same as usual. In fact, for this run with the dark matter Infernal Dragon, it gave us 40.8. That is 1 million on average less than the Outlander pickaxe, which shouldn't make any sense, but that seems to be the case. And I really hope in the future that there's more modifications towards these pickaxes, because it doesn't make sense that such a really expensive gem pickaxe can be so close, really close to this Outlander pickaxe, which proves my point that I've done in multiple videos, saying that the electric guitar and the gem pickaxe, basically sometimes you just don't even see a difference. If you do see a difference, it's really tiny. And look at the Outlander pickaxe versus the gem pickaxe. That is, I mean, they have to do something. They've got to boost that pickaxe, the gem pickaxe. But have a look at this. Have a look at these two. The dark matter samurai looks beautiful. I mean, obviously the Infernal Dragon is something that everyone desires to have because it's more powerful, but the dark matter samurai looks sick. It looks mental, man. I love it. I love that dark matter samurai. The only thing that I'm sad about now is now that all these pets are evolving, getting higher powers, these ones are going to be extinct. They're going to be obsolete. No one's going to touch them. No one even wants them, unless maybe for an index, maybe pay someone to borrow to get their index. But yeah, and also don't get scammed doing that. I know a lot of people that ask me to borrow pets and I have to say no. I know it sounds bad, but I have to say no. That's basically it. And we've got our chest, our free gift. Let me go ahead and do this. Since we're here, maybe, just maybe we get a huge, maybe my bad luck turns around and I hatch something good. So let's see. Well, there's 2 ice bears so far. Let's see, this is the last one. It's definitely gonna be, oh, I was gonna say ice husky, but still, that is actually that's not bad. I mean, it's not a huge, but still not bad. Something that also kind of shocked me was not much of a difference between the dark matter Infernal Dragon and the dark matter Samurai Freak. It's such a tiny difference. So I guess you have to keep on grinding because there's another update, guys, and look at this. This shows us that this is a candy update and it's coming on Friday, and I cannot wait to see this. This looks really epic. I'm guessing that's maybe a sour gummy, that's maybe the top pet, the dark matter. If the current one has 650 billion in power, imagine that. That's probably going to be like 740, 760. That's insane. The huges, when you add a huge to your account, it gives you like 300. These ones, they're just like, they're on another level. And I cannot wait to see them. I can't wait to have fun with this update. And that's all for today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you can leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on the next one.